Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back again to Cannon Fodder TV, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Yes, this show over here is brought to you live by the Cannon Fodder TV community. We're going to be talking about, no doubt, you probably see, Emile Smith-Rowe. What's going to be happening with him? Is he watching what's happening in front of his very eyes and thinking, you know what? Same with Gabriel Magalhães as well. We're going to be talking about him just in a short while after this music intro. Yes, welcome back again to Cannon Fodder TV, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Yes, welcome back to another live segment over here in the, what's it, Cannon Fodder TV land or the community? Whatever it is, welcome. And what you can do for us before we get into these two short new segments, just click the like button. Forget about subscribing. Just click the like button. We are grateful for that. If anything else happens for the next 15 to 20 minutes. Right, so let's get into the news segment of today. And this gentleman here, youngster, young man, what is he thinking? What does he want to do? Arsenal went to sell Emile Smith-Rowe, apparently, if you believe this report, after Chelsea approach. The 22-year-old had a difficult season last season after early groin surgery, and he played under 200 minutes over the entire campaign. Smith-Rowe played a big part, however, in England's triumph in the under-21s European Championships, but he has yet to play in the league this term. The Gunners have not set an evaluation for him. But the Times newspaper over here in the UK claims that he has also been offered to other unnamed Premier League clubs. Unnamed. Well, as a totality, Mikel Arteta's side currently have a net spend of £170 million this summer, and they are planning to recoup more funds with departures. Now, Smith-Rowe was once considered as an undisputed starter for the Gunners, but the situation has completely changed over the last 18 months. We know Martinelli has become a guaranteed starter on the left wing since his career changed. Actually, it was almost 2 years ago. He has strong competition from a Trossard. Meanwhile, Martin Odegaard is a nailed starter in a number 10. As a captain, Fabio Vieira is company preferred over Smith, as well as Kai Havertz. But I'm not going to talk about Kai Havertz. I'm not going to talk about Kai Havertz. I'm going to talk about this youngster, though. Smith-Rowe. Oh, my goodness. It's football. And it's what happens when you're out injured, when you fall out of favour, the club, for whatever reason, changes tack, changes the style of football, and brings in some new players. This is just football, isn't it? But if I'm Emile Smith-Rowe, and I'm not, obviously, what would I be thinking? Would I be thinking I probably don't stand any chance of playing again in the red and white of Arsenal? Or do I hold fast and try and fight for my place? And now he has said that. He has said that he wants to stay there and fight for his place. The first requisite, try and stay injury free. Apart from anything else there. Because if you're not playing, if you're not training, then the manager can't see whether you can fit in his new lineup or not. So Smith-Rowe, stay injury free. Second thing is, when you do get the opportunity, make the most of it. Make the most of it. You know, we did do a poll. We've done a poll, I think a couple of days ago, actually. A couple of hours ago. We're going to be talking about the poll in regards to Smith-Rowe. What should he do? Should he fight for his place, or should he just say, well, for me, the writing's already on the wall. I can't see myself ever playing again for Arsenal. What would you do if you were Emile Smith-Rowe? And I know you're not Emile Smith-Rowe because there's only one Emile Smith-Rowe, but what would you do if you were Emile Smith-Rowe? Would you try and fight for your place? It's not his place, because anyone who's good enough plays in that place or in that position there. But Smith-Rowe, at least, he's got a lot of thinking to do. And like I said, the first requisite or advice I would give to Smith-Rowe is possibly lose a little bit of muscular on his legs, but stay relatively injury-free if you're able to do that. In 1 minute, out the next. That's just the way football is. Again, we can't have any room for sentiments. It might sound harsh, but if you want to move forward as a club, you can't say, oh, we've got to keep hold of this player because I love him. Got nothing to do with loving a player or liking a player. If the player's performing because he's been on the pitch, that's all that should matter, surely. Anyway, the second news segment, again, we're going to have to see how this one gets played out again. Gabriel Magalhães, but does it make sense? Darren Bent urges Mikel Arteta to start playing the £100,000 a week Arsenal man. Now, former Premier League striker Darren Bent cannot understand why Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta is not playing Gabriel Magalhães right now. Magalhães has not started any of Arsenal's first 3 Premier League games this season and failed to make an appearance at all in all his side's last outing against Fulham. Speaking about the centre-back's exclusion from the Gunners' first 11 on a particular radio station, I can't even bring myself to mention it. Bent said the Gabriel situation doesn't make sense. Play him. Play Alexander Zinchenko, Gabriel, William Saliba, Ben White at the back. Arsenal's back line did not have the best day against Fulham last weekend, conceding twice as Arteta's men went down to a draw, dropping 2 points. Having won the first 2 games of the Premier League season, though, Arsenal have still made a good start to the campaign. It's not quite clear why Gabriel has been left out of Arsenal's first 11 last term. He formed quite a solid centre defence partnership with who? William Saliba. Again, quite a curious situation involving Gabriel Magalhães. The stats says it there himself. Now, if I'm looking at and isolating the 2 centre backs, would I say Gabriel Magalhães is as good as William Saliba? No, he's not. William Saliba is our Rolls Royce of defenders, probably one of the best defenders in the league, if not probably in the world. But the pairing works so well together. Why would you not say entertain it, but why would you not keep a winning formula that helped you almost win the Premier League in nearly 20 years last season? Why would you want to change that? Unless there's something else going on behind the scenes that we don't understand. Well, clearly, Darren Bent, I think, does he agree with me? Well, I think so, because he said, it doesn't make any sense. Does not make any sense at all. Play him. Unless the player doesn't want to play. Unless he's upset about something. For me, it beggars belief, really. A winning formula, keep the winning formula. Don't change it. If it's working, and please don't quote the process, because I don't know what the process is still. I don't know, maybe one of the Arsenal players or Mikel Arteta can ring me up now and say, actually, Mr. Fodder, the process is blah, 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 blah. Really? It's blah, 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 blah. I'm just saying as an example. Just as an example. So this guy has a lot to answer for. Yes, it's only 3 games in. It's all about how you start, how you deal with the injuries, the suspensions, and how you finish. And unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Nobody forced Mikel Arteta to be the manager. He had some burning desire to be Arsenal manager, and good luck to him. But nobody gets a free ride here. And I did say I didn't want to go in hard on Kai Havertz. We cannot afford to have any passengers. And right about now, again, I know only 3 games in, I get the impression that Kai Havertz is a bit of a passenger, still trying to figure things out. Where should I be playing? But should I be defending? Should I be looking for space? What should I be doing? We don't have time for that. That should have been reserved for the pre-season, not in the start of the Premier League. And like I said yesterday, I just get the impression that when I look at how the players are playing, they look confused, they look fragmented, there's no flow, and they're probably trying to process what they're actually supposed to be doing, if that makes any sense. That's down to the manager. It's not down to the players. So you see, I've given you a bit of a get out of free card, haven't I? I've said, as a player, good players find a way, but anyway. These have been only two new segments on the show here. It's going to be a short, sharp show. I'm expecting a visitor here. Countdown to Friday. Friday, we're going to be doing a short, sharp show with James Rowe and Jonathan from Arsenal Colombia. But I'm hoping I'm going to have a guest on my Thursday show. A new face, not somebody that you've seen before, but we're still trying to figure things out. I'm waiting for the person to respond back now. So yes, just countdown to the end of the transfer window. And then next week, do you know what? I'm back at work. So we will not be having any more morning shows. Evening shows, yes, but no morning shows. I'm kind of excited. A little bit anxious. New beginnings, new starts. Yeah. Okay, so what I need to do now, I'm just going to check, see if anybody has retweeted that we are live. Probably not, because for the majority, let's have a look. Probably still sleeping. Right, okay. I probably can talk about that later on in the evening. Right, so no one has retweeted that we are live, which is quite okay. And now I need to go onto the YouTube platform and talk about the poll that we did. Now, the poll is related to Emile Smith-Rowe. What would you do if you were Emile Smith-Rowe? ESR, he's in the game. So you are Emile Smith-Rowe. What do you do? Choose. I spelled choose wrong. I put only one O in there. Choose only one. 173 votes. A double quick time. That's from this morning. I think less than 2 hours. So thank you for that. No comments just yet, but 4 likes. So again, you are Emile Smith-Rowe. I know you're not, but if you were, what would you do? Would you stay and fight, or would you leave? Well, 20%, I actually saying this without looking down, 20% if you were Emile Smith-Rowe, you would hop it and leave. And 8% say that you would stay and fight for the right to party. My goodness. Anyway, Mikel Arteta has a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. That's all I'm going to say. So now I can go into the live chat and see who has joined us on the show here. And I've got Carl, the ever resident Liverpool supporter. He says a quick hi and a quick bye. Okay, and Colin says, get it, Alex, get it. Get what? Hit the like button, slackers. Some kid that started following Arsenal in 2002 told me, we just don't understand football if we can't see what Arteta is doing. I tell you what, Colin, there was, do I still have it here? I think I still do have it here. And I sent this to James Rowe because we've been communicating a lot over the last 2 weeks, especially in preparation for the Friday show. It's going to be a short show. We're going to be talking about Champions League and maybe talking about, Arsenal in the last 3 games. It's going to pack in a lot in half an hour. And I sent this to him. And he said to me, well, Alex, I think this is a bot. I said, really? Okay, I wasn't aware of this. But so just kind of that laughter, what the person's saying there. If you can't see what Arteta's doing, I can't see what he's doing. This one's come up from now.arsenal. And the person or the bot said, the amount of fans I've seen doubting Mikel Arteta really has amused me this weekend. The man is a genius, one of the best managers in the world. He knows what he's doing. Trust him. Well, I wouldn't say in order for you to be lauded as one of the best managers in the world, you've had to have won major honors. and Mikel Arteta hasn't won major honours. So you can rub that out straight off. He's not one of the best managers in the world. Maybe in his mind, or maybe in your mind he is, but Mikel Arteta is not one of the best managers in the world. But show me the major honours that he's won. Show me at least one Premier League title that he's won. Or some silverware? No? The League Cup? No? So how can you say that he's one of the best managers in the world? So that's absolutely ridiculous. So I guess maybe James is right. Maybe it is a bot. Because I don't know, which human in their right mind would actually say that Mikel Arteta is one of the best managers. He's not won any major honours. Maybe in a distant future, but he hasn't won anything at Arsenal. So laughter, laughter. Martin, good morning to you, fella. Hope you're well. I'll keep on fighting as the space is clear. But Martin, who is ahead of Emile Smith-Rowe in that position or these positions there? So we're probably talking about, I don't know, Odegaard, a Fabio Vieira, I don't know, a Kai Havertz. Who is ahead of Emile Smith-Rowe? Is he at number 10? He's not a defensive midfielder. He's an attacking, I don't know. How do you describe an Emile Smith-Rowe? So who are the players ahead of him? Or should be? Should he be ahead of these players? Or is it literally right because he's not been injury-free and he's been a little bit inconsistent as well? So which players are ahead of Emile Smith-Rowe? Okay, so just double checking. Go for a few more minutes, and I'm going to end this one. I'm just going to refresh the page because we've just been talking about Emile Smith-Rowe, and the vote counts has gone up to 178 votes. Still no comments, but still 4 likes. You are Emile Smith-Rowe. Yeah, I'm speaking to you. Just sat there listening to me. Probably you've got your headphones in at work. You should not be doing that, not at work. You can watch us on replay. You are Emile Smith-Rowe. What do you do? Do you stay and fight, or do you just leave? I'll check back in. I'll check back in before we end up this show here. Right. Okay. Right. So I guess Martin is just coming very quickly. Probably Martin's one of those people at work listening to me on his break. You shouldn't be listening to me on your break. Maybe at lunchtime or maybe when you're going home. All right. Okay. So I think you can probably hear in the background, I've got the old mouse back. Do you know what's happened? I've kind of got finger-linger. I've been using my fingers, 2 fingers so much on the touchpad. I've strained my, this tendon here. So I'm now using the ever-present mouse. Okay, right. So Martin, I think it has come back. ESR, we said ESR can do better than Havertz. Then I guess it's down to the manager to, rather than invest in that trust in Kai Havertz, give it, how can I say, revert to type or to default. For me, it's clear. Emile Smith-Rowe. Kai Havertz, I would say, let's see how he gets on Sunday when we play against Man United. It's got to show us something. I was reminded this morning that even Dennis Bergkamp took a long time to acclimatise and show his true quality. Then we came from Inter Milan, didn't he? And I think due to the change of manager and the tactics, just didn't fit in there. And then what happened? He came to Arsenal. But he's no Dennis Bergkamp. I tell you that now. And Kai Havertz is not a Mesut Ozil, but you can't say, like I reported yesterday, was it that Robert Keys, yeah, former Sky Sports presenter, said that he's a rubbish player. He's rubbish. No, you can't say that. Well, you can say it. It's your opinion, but yeah, disagree. You have a mouse better called the pest control. It's here with the long tail. That kind of mouse, Carl. Oh, by the way, Carl, is Mo Salah staying? Is he going? Everyone has their numbers, man. Everyone has their valuation. I think the only thing that might stop Mo Salah from going is the time. We've got this last few days, isn't it, until the transfer window closes. But yeah, I don't want to upset you. Don't upset you. All right. Do we have any more comments? Just want to know, Fabio, for sure. Oh yeah, someone's just telling me. Okay. All right. Okay. I believe we'll probably come to an end, unless there's any more other comments you want to say or spill the beans or. All right. Okay. So, like I said, going forward, from now, today is Tuesday. Thursday, I'll be doing a live show, hoping with a new face, but the person has still yet to confirm. They told me that they're able to do it, but they're in a different time zone. So let's just wait for that. Then on Friday, I'll be joined by Jonathan from Arsenal Colombia, as well as James Rowe. We're going to be just chomping on the bits about the Champions League because we're going to find out on Thursday which group we're going to be in and who we're going to be playing against. So that'll be on Friday. It'll be a 5 p.m. show for that. Then on Saturday, it'll be nothing. Then Sunday, I'm not sure whether my brother's going to be doing a watch along. But yeah, I think that is it, isn't it? So I could go next year. He possibly could go next year. Yeah, I think time's a bit tight. It's not on his side if he's thinking about leaving, not getting the captaincy, not getting the vice captaincy. May have upset Mo Salah, but I think time is against him. All right. Okay. I think we have come to an end on this one. And so before I go, I do need to check in the latest poll question. So you are Emile Smith-Rowe. What do you do? Do you stay and fight for the right to party? Or do you just leave? Well, now we have received 183 votes. It's telling me now there's one comment and one like, so I need to go and check out the comments. So again, the question is, what do you do if you are Emile Smith-Rowe? Do you stay and fight for your place, or do you just leave? The process? What's the process? I'll show them. I'll show Mikel Arteta the process. I'm going to score a hat trick when I play for Chelsea. Don't go to Chelsea, Emile. Don't go to Chelsea. Anyway, 183 votes, one comment, and 5 likes. You are Emile Smith-Rowe. What do you do? Choose only one. Actually, I suppose choose with one O. Stay and fight or leave. 19% say leave Arsenal, and 81 say stay and fight for your place. And that is that. We'll be back later this evening, giving some more live news segments. Who knows? We might have an update about Gabriel Magalhães possibly leaving. That's the way I feel about him. He might just be leaving. Otherwise, why would this time last year form one of the best partnerships with William Saliba until William Saliba got injured? That is strange, but true. Anyhow, this has been Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world.